Today's video is brought to you by Beautiful Halo. Thank you so much for sponsoring me, first of all. And if you guys would like some good quality anime merch, you can go to Beautiful Halo, link in the description below. And on your next $49 plus order, you can get 5% off with the code MEME. And if it's $99 plus, you can get 10% off with the same code MEME, M-I-M-E. Let's get right into the video. Welcome back, guys. This is King of Weebs here, and I know yesterday I was meant to do a double upload, and I know I was meant to do it today because I postponed it, but I realized I'm falling back on a few things I'm not going to mention here, but we will get a double upload one of these days, but not as of right now because I am really busy right now, especially because I'm doing some work. Anywho, I still hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be doing what if Naruto, what if Itachi took Naruto part 2. Anywho, last time we left off with, Naruto actually returning to the village with Zabuz and Haku to actually just visit the Hokage. Remember, Zabuz and Haku are both underneath Naruto as subordinates, but of course Naruto treats them just as, how he would treat any older person, or what I mean. Anywho, now, of course, Naruto actually remains for the next 2 weeks because, the Hokage asked him if he wanted to actually remain to watch the Chunin exams and see how Sasuke does. And basically, Naruto actually accepts because Naruto actually wants to, see how Sasuke does in these Chunin exams. And so, Naruto actually remains here. And anywho, now, of course, Naruto actually remains for the next 2 weeks. That Team 7 has to train and everything, you know what I mean. And yeah, of course, now Team 7 actually trains for the next 2 weeks, and Naruto actually keeps an eye on Sasuke. Of course, Sasuke actually seems extremely strong now from what Naruto has seen, and he can see that Sasuke is pretty much a beast, and he doesn't really want to mess with her right now, especially because Naruto isn't really the type of guy to mess with someone that he knows, someone that he knows that wouldn't have any mercy upon him. Anywho, what I mean by that is that Sasuke doesn't know who Naruto is. If she knew who Naruto really was, she wouldn't actually attack him or anything. But of course, Naruto is here as the masked man, so Sasuke doesn't really know that Naruto's still alive or anything. She actually thinks Naruto's dead. But anywho, now Naruto, who has been training on his own while keeping an eye on Sasuke, actually came across what's his name? He actually came across Sai. Sai actually saw Naruto training. Of course, Naruto actually had his mask on, and Sai actually remembered him and basically asked, "What's he doing here?" Naruto actually realized that he got caught, and so he actually teleported in front of Sai and said, "Nah, bro, you don't know who I am." Anywho, of course, Naruto actually activated his Sharingan and just literally, makes him go into a Genjutsu where he actually, destroys his memory. And of course now, Sai really didn't know what happened, and Naruto disappeared, and Naruto realized that maybe he should not train while he's in this village, especially because the village would actually, some people might see him, and they, it could be one of Team 7, and even Kakashi. Anywho, now, of course, Naruto, who, has been just looking after Sasuke just in case she overtrained, because Sasuke would just keep training until her body was just like anywho, now of course Naruto actually has waited for 2 weeks, and his subordinates actually went off on their own. Yes, Naruto let them go because he said that they could go their own ways, just not do anything bad. And so Zabuz and Haku Indian actually gave themselves in to the Leaf Village and asked them if they can become Leaf Shinobi, and Naruto was happy with this because Naruto loves the Leaf Village with everything he's got, and he would do anything for them. Anyway, 2 weeks later, the Chunin exams began, and Naruto actually was spectating. Of course, Naruto wasn't there spectating the actual paper, and just saying the first phase of the exam was easily passed by Team 7 and completed, and now the second part. Naruto here wasn't going to interfere at all. He didn't care what would happen in this exam, because he knows that Saki is more than capable enough to actually um take care of herself. But for now, anywho, Naruto does know that there is someone dangerous who could actually pose a threat to Saki. And just saying, Saki, even though having the, Susanoo, she's not as good as, Itachi and Naruto. Yes, Naruto can use the Susanoo. I said that in my last part, I'm pretty sure. Anywho, yes, anywho. I repeat, anywho. Now, Naruto. Anyways, Naruto just waits it out, and actually, during this Chunin exam, Saki was actually getting attacked. Of course, Naruto wanted to wait it out, and in the end, actually got impatient because he saw that Saki was taking way too long. Gaara was able to come out, and everyone else, a lot of teams came out before Saki's, and so Naruto actually went in to actually see that Saki was having a fight against, Orochimaru, and she has a curse mark, a mark on her neck while it's bleeding, and Naruto saw that, and he was confused, and so he actually came in and told Saki to just take Sakura and side and go off. This one is not a Genin, because Naruto realized who this is, Orochimaru. Naruto knows about Orochimaru being a snake and everything, especially because he's, friend, or, his older brother told him, basically. Not really older brother, but still, of course, now, Saki just says, why do you always come and save me? Do you know me or something? And, Naruto said, listen, I came to help you. So, do not get in my way. And, anywho, of course, Naruto, and actually, says, get out of my way, I got this. And, he actually fights Orochimaru. Orochimaru stands no chance, especially because he got injured by the Susanoo that Saki can barely use. But anywho, now Naruto was about to kill Orochimaru on the spot, but Orochimaru, run away last second. Anywho, now Naruto actually, escapes, and Saki was confused and basically actually reported the masked man actually being in the village, and Orochimaru, of course, ran away. Of course, Saki did tell, the Kakashi about this mark, and Kakashi seals it away. But of course, now, the preliminaries began. Naruto was still watching while, Zabuza and Haku were aware of Naruto being in the preliminaries. They actually knew that Naruto was going to hide just to watch it, because Naruto actually wanted to remain to just spectate. But anywho, now Naruto, who has been watching for a while, he sees that, all the fight schools basically the same, just that Sai takes Naruto's place, and so he destroys Kiba, without much trouble. And anywho, now Naruto, of course, being Naruto is eager to see Saki's fight, which was kind of boring, because Saki annihilated it quickly and easily. And anyway, now Naruto is actually impressed by what happened to Lee, and he was impressed, and he had respect for Lee. He actually believes that Lee would have put a fight against Orochimaru and him, but of course Orochimaru was holding back quite a bit, and Naruto had an easy time with Orochimaru because Saki did most of the damage, and Saki was running out of chakra. That's the only reason Naruto actually came in. He actually realized that Saki was low on chakra, and so he decided to just help out just a teeny little bit. But anywho, now of course we all know that Naruto is going to watch the rest of it, since he waited for this long, and so he actually watched the next fight, which was actually and Sakura's one, and Sakura actually got double knocked out here, and then the last fight was actually the Hyuga, and yes, Hinata got annihilated. Anywho, after this everything went the same, and the 1 month training began. Of course, Naruto really had nothing to do during this 1 month. He actually knew where Saki went, but he decided to just uh not follow her this time, because she believes that he believes that, Kakashi is more than enough to protect Saki, and so he was actually training on his own, training himself, and he was meditating until he got hungry, and was actually about to, make a not substitution, make a transformation to just go and eat. Anywho, of course, while he was actually trying to transform, once he actually transformed, he actually, went down the village, and he actually went to Ichiraku's to actually go eat something. And of course, now Naruto, after eating, he actually bumps into someone, which was Jiraiya. Jiraiya could see straight through Naruto. He could see that it was a transformation. So he asked, "How about you tell me your true identity already? I'm pretty sure you're not who you're faking. You are. You're a pretty strong shinobi, I can tell." And of course, Naruto's like, "Damn." They kind of got well. He is pretty, impressive. Anywho, of course, after this, Naruto actually just said, "Okay, just don't tell anyone about me, and we got a deal, understood?" And of course, Jiraiya's like, "Yeah, yeah, that's fine, I won't tell anyone." And of course, now Naruto, who was actually, actually impressed by Jiraiya. He was actually really, really impressed, especially because he thought he was actually really good at the transformation jutsu. Anywho, now Naruto, who was actually about to tell Jiraiya who he was, asks Jiraiya who he was, and of course Jiraiya says, "Well, you see, at least I don't have to hide my true identity, and I can tell you at any moment. So, I am Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sanin. You may know me. I am pretty famous after all. Anywho, I did play a big role in the second Great Ninja War, or whatever. Anywho, of course, Naruto knows who Jiraiya is. He's heard of him multiple times in the past by multiple people. Kakashi, well, not Kakashi, Itachi. Anywho, of course, Naruto shows who he was, and anywho, uh, I'm actually playing with Ratreet while recording. I'm not in VC with him. Usually I VC with him while I play, but today I gotta record. I kind of fell back on recording. That's another thing that I need to catch up on. I usually have one video pre-recorded so I can actually take my time and record later. But I want to upload by 8 p.m. and I don't want to let you guys down like I did before with the double upload thing, which I never did, and I'm so sorry for that. I will do it one day. Don't worry. Anywho, now Naruto, of course, showed who he was, and Jiraiya just hugged Naruto, saying that, "I'm so sorry, Naruto. I couldn't help you when you needed me the most." And basically, Naruto's like, "I'm not sure what you're talking about." And Jiraiya's like, "One day, when I have the courage to tell you, I'm a failure to you. And one day I'll tell you, I promise. But to make up for this, I will I'll train you, Naruto." And Naruto was like, "Wait, what? You'll train me? Wait, what? Hold up, what?" And of course, Naruto was completely baffled. And anywho, of course, Naruto took this opportunity and was like, alright, okay, so what can you teach me?" And of course, Jiraiya actually began with, the summoning jutsu, which Naruto was actually able to do within a day, just as usual. But anywho, now, of course, Kakashi was, I keep saying Kakashi, Jiraiya was really impressed. But, of course, Naruto being Naruto, then asked for more jutsus to learn. And so, Jiraiya said, "Well, I have some more jutsu to teach you, but I don't know if you could learn this one." And basically, Naruto actually says, "Do you really think I can't learn it?" And basically, Jiraiya's like, "Well, depends. I believe in you though, so I will teach you." Anywho, of course, now Naruto, sorry, 1 second. Sorry, Ratreet just made a joke in game, but anywho, yes, Ratreet is one of my closest friends, pretty much the closest friend that I've ever had, to be honest. I've known him for most of my life, I think. I'm 15. I've known him for near enough 6 years. Yeah, that's not most of my life. Leave me alone, guys. I don't know maths. I know math. Anywho, now Naruto, of course, learning the Rasengan within this month. Naruto wasn't in a rush, just like in the original way. He actually made a bet with Tsunade. We had to learn it within a week, and so, if he didn't learn it, he'd be in trouble. Anywho, Tsunade wouldn't come back, but it doesn't matter right now. Anywho, now Naruto actually, after the 1 month training, said goodbye to Jiraiya, saying that he will be watching the training exams. That's the only reason he's still in this village right now. And Jiraiya says, "Oh, is it? Okay then." Anywho, I have to go on my own way, doing some of my research, and Naruto says, "All right, pervy sage, I'll see you." Anywho, Naruto now disappears and goes to watch the training exams. And the first fight is Neji against Sai, and Sai gets annihilated, and yes, Sai gets destroyed. And just saying, the only way Neji will learn his lesson is by actually getting destroyed by someone. But anywho, here Naruto and I was actually watching, and the next fight was actually Saki versus sorry sorry. Yeah, so of course the only way he's going to learn his lesson is by actually getting destroyed in a fight. But anywho, of course, Neji wins, and the next fight is Shikamaru versus Temari. And here Shikamaru doesn't give up, because he says he actually tells Neji that he's going to beat him to show him that destiny doesn't decide someone's fate, it's their actions which decides it. So he should shut the hell up before he destroys him in the next fight. And basically, Neji, Shikamaru was going to verse Neji and destroy him. But anywho, because he got pretty pissed off, he knows that it's a drag, but at this point Neji's just taking the piss and he knows it. Anywho, now Naruto, of course, being Naruto, sorry, Naruto being Naruto, was getting impatient, and so he actually went off to search for Saki. But as he actually got up, the next fight ended pretty quick. How Kankuro actually gave up, and Shino won because Kankuro actually quit. Then Saki actually appeared because last minute hero time. It's not really hero time, but still, she came last minute, and the fight against Gaara began. Of course, this fight was gonna be pretty hard, especially because Gaara here, I'm going to give him a bit of plot armor, and he's going to be pretty strong. Anywho, now Naruto, of course, sees this fight, and they both are equals in speed and taijutsu. But then Saki actually takes off her weights and actually goes a bit faster than Gaara, and actually is able to destroy Gaara in the end with her Chidori. And Gaara actually gets pissed off and goes in on rampage. Of course, the attack on the Leaf Village begins as per normal, and yeah. Now, of course, yes, and the attack on the village begins as per normal. Saki actually goes off on her own to actually, pursue, Gaara, and in the end gets annihilated by Gaara as per normal. And Naruto was actually watching this, and he let this happen, but he was pretty pissed inside, and so he actually put everyone that was actually near, what just happened, Saki, Sai, Saki and Sai, and also Sakura. Saki was barely awake, even though after getting destroyed, Naruto actually appeared and said, "So you're still awake? I guess you're much stronger than the others. Anywho, I shall be fighting this for you. I know you told me not to get in your way, but I think you could die here, so please shut up." And of course, Saki then says, "I didn't even say anything." And of course, Naruto then says, "I know, but you were about to." And of course, as they were actually, socializing a bit, Naruto then actually put her out. As they were actually talking, sorry. Gaara got pretty pissed off that they were ignoring him, and so he actually, tried to attack Naruto, and so retreat, you dickhead. Why are you making me laugh? And sorry. So Naruto actually, protected Saki with his own body, realizing that these needles made out of sand are actually pretty sharp and they could hurt Saki, and so he came in the way and protected her with his own flesh and bone. Anywho, now Naruto, who actually took quite a bit of damage here, was pretty injured after this, but Naruto being Naruto just kept going, and put Saki to aside, and literally just took off his mask, saying, "This mask is making me pretty angry." And literally, the mask poofed away because Naruto actually, you know, was able to actually put in a scroll. Yes, Naruto gets out of the scroll. But anywho, now Naruto actually teleports in front of Gaara and says, "I should end this quick before you do any more damage to the village and do any more damage to these Genin." And of course, as he says that, Naruto actually creates a rasengan, which actually Gaara was able to protect most of the damage from it. And so, after this, you already know Naruto was actually able to, you know, he was sorry, he was sorry guys, I just Ratreet. He keeps making me laugh, and then he knows I'm recording, just saying. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I usually, us two don't really get too much time together to talk to each other, especially in school, because me and him go to two different schools, and yeah, I'm sorry guys. But anyway, Naruto, of course, you know, uh, was able to do some damage, some sort of damage to Gaara, but Gaara was able to protect and started laughing, and basically, Gaara said, "The pain I've gone through, you'll never feel it. That is the only reason I'm so strong. You won't understand the pain I had to go through. Jinchurikis will only understand that." And Naruto says, "Oh, really? Well, I guess I do understand your pain, since I am a Jinchuriki myself." And then basically, Naruto tells Gaara that he's gone through the same exact pain that he went through, and all the things that happened to him happened to go. All the things that happened to Gaara happened to him as well. He was an outcast in the village. The only people who accepted him in the end somehow either died or something, or had to do something to distance themselves from others. Anywho, then, Gaara kind of understood his pain, but then he actually went into another rampage because, Shukaku wasn't going to let him go in, stay in peace, and so he actually, let everything out and went into full Shukaku, full One Tails. Anywho, now, after this, Naruto actually summoned Gamabunta, and, they fought as one, and, in the end, actually used the transformation jutsu and beat him. But anywho, Naruto actually took Saki to the Leaf Hospital and the rest with the Shadow Clones, of course wearing his mask, and in the end the Hokage, who was actually still fighting, saw Naruto coming to inside the stadium, and just saying the fight ended a lot faster against Gaara, and in the end, Naruto was actually able to knock out every single one of the Sound Four to actually drop the barrier, and in the end, Naruto was actually able to save the Hokage by actually using the Susanoo, and then cutting through Orochimaru, and Orochimaru was able to escape with the Sound Four in the end. Of course, the Hokage was completely baffled on how Naruto was able to use the Susanoo, and and it's of course the Hokage can see that Naruto has the Shisui's Mangekyo. But anywho, now Naruto then says, "I shall be leaving now, Hokage. I may be injured, but I have to get away fast. I've shown too much to this village. I can't tell them that I'm still here." And anywho, now Naruto, of course, leaving the village. The Hokage was pretty saddened by this, but he knew that Naruto has other things to do. But anywho, Naruto, of course, in the end, wasn't too far from the village, but he saw Jiraiya going back to the village, and basically Naruto actually asked Jiraiya where he was going, and Jiraiya said that he's been summoned by the third Hokage. He has some matters to talk to me about, and basically Naruto's like, "Alright, I'll go with you." And basically, Naruto actually wanted to just go because he wanted to see how Saki was doing. It's been 2-3 days now, but anywho, now Naruto, of course, being Naruto, who was worried about the person he loved the most, and he was kind of saddened that he had to leave again, but he comes back to see how Saki was doing. And anywho, now Naruto actually asked Jiraiya what was happening, and Jiraiya says, "Let me quickly go and see with the Hokage what's happening, since I don't have much info." Anywho, now Naruto, you know, you know, Naruto being Naruto, actually just sneaked into the thing and just listened to everything, and and Naruto actually heard that Jiraiya was meant to be the first Hokage, but Jiraiya declined, and in the end said that he'll bring back Tsunade, and of course the Leaf Elders weren't even there because English because Jiraiya actually well, not Jiraiya, Hiruzen actually asked uh the Leaf Elders to leave because he wanted to speak to Jiraiya alone, and yeah. Now Naruto, of course, after finding out that Jiraiya declined, Jiraiya actually said that he'll be taking Naruto to find Tsunade with him, since he's become Naruto is actually his disciple now. And anywho, of course. Naruto appeared and said, "Oh well, anyways, I'm sorry." But anywho, now, of course, Naruto said that he was in the village, and he was near the village, and he saw Jiraiya, and so Jiraiya told him that he was going to come back to the village just to talk to the Hokage. And so, you know after this, Naruto and Jiraiya actually leave the village to actually go. And anywho, now Naruto, and of course, I forgot something. Itachi, of course, still came to the village to see how it was doing with Kisame, but of course, in the end, they still had to fight, and Itachi really. Sorry, got a call. Anywho, of course, Itachi still attacked the. Well, he didn't really attack the village, but still he had to fight, and in the end, Kakashi got obliterated. But anywho, that doesn't really matter right now. Now Naruto, who was actually about to go with the Jiraiya, he actually remained in the village for a bit, and then actually left just as usual. But anywho, now of course Saki came to find out about this, and so he actually Saki, not Sasuke, Saki. But anywho, now after a while, Naruto left, and in the end, still got a knock at the door as per normal. But of course, Itachi really wasn't trying to attack Naruto, but Kisame definitely was, and Naruto knew that Itachi just wanted to get rid of Kisame. But in the end, Saki came in the way, and Naruto and Itachi actually couldn't, kill Kisame here. And Naruto actually knew about this because Itachi was actually telling him about this plan. But anywho, Itachi still tells Saki that she's weaker than Naruto. Even when he was a kid, Naruto was hiding all his power, which was a lie. But right now, of course, she is weaker than Naruto. And anywho, Naruto wasn't actually, showing his face. He was actually wearing his mask because he didn't want to show that he was Naruto's Uzumaki in case someone saw him. But anywho, of course, now Itachi escaped. Guy appeared, and Guy asked who this was, and Jiraiya said that he was actually one of his subordinates, and that went that way. And anywho, now Naruto, of course, returned to his mission, and in the end, they still found the what's the name, Tsunade. And yeah, after a while, Naruto and Jiraiya still asked Tsunade, and Tsunade still badmouths all the Hokage, which kind of pisses off Naruto. But in the end, he keeps his calm, and yeah, Naruto doesn't go out to fight Tsunade, and actually makes a bet saying that if he can learn, the rasengan within a week, she will return to the Leaf Village. And of course, in the end, her gambling, self said, "All right then, okay, I'll do it." And basically, Tsunade in the end was actually mistaken to do this, because in the end Naruto won, and here Orochimaru never really needed Tsunade's help, and Tsunade returned to the village. Of course, now Saki, who got influenced by Sound 4, actually left without even putting up a fight or anything. And India and Naruto actually found out about Saki leaving, because he was actually in the village trying to talk to the Hokage about a plan to eradicate the Akatsuki, same as Jiraiya, who was telling him. But as soon as he came to find out about Saki running, leaving the village, Naruto said, well, we'll have to postpone that because I have to go find Saki. I'm not going to allow her to leave. And basically, the Hokage and both uh Jiraiya tried to stop him. And here Shikamaru actually in the end sparred against what's his name, Neji, and in the end beat Neji, and Neji was actually really injured that he had to go to the hospital, and Neji understood that destiny doesn't decide someone's fate. And in the end, Naruto actually got stopped by Jiraiya, saying that he should go with a team made out of a Chunin, and a few genin that are just as strong as this Chunin. And basically Naruto's like, alright, but I don't have much time. Do you already have the team made? And basically, Jiraiya says, yes, I do. And we will be leaving, you'll be leaving now. And basically Naruto says, alright guys, you do not get in my way. We fight together, we fight as one team, and we destroy all of the Soundfall together. And of course, they don't really know much about Naruto except for, they don't even know it's Naruto. But Shikamaru and Choji actually have a suspicion and say, we won't follow your orders unless you tell us who you are. And Naruto's like, alright, then I'll take my mask off. And of course, the team's just made out of Kiba, Naruto, since Neji's in the hospital, Kiba, Naruto's more than enough for this team, to be honest. Just that he would get injured enough that he would actually fail this mission, but alone. But it was actually him, Naruto, him, Shikamaru, Kiba, Choji, and that's pretty much it. Anywho, now Naruto, who, led this team, they found Jirobo, and they found the Soundfall, and Jirobo was first up. And in the end, Jirobo tried to stop all of them, but together they were actually able to kill the Jirobo. And now Naruto, who actually told them that they should take they should return to the village. They're just going to get stronger and stronger, and they'll get injured. And both Shikamaru and Choji say no. And same as Kiba, saying that they're not weak, they're more than strong enough to fight them, and they will be able to destroy them. And so now, Naruto says, alright then, and they go together. Of course, Naruto was kind of, saying no to this, but in the end, they versed Tayuya, and, they had a pretty hard time, and Tayuya was actually able to get a good shot on Naruto because he was actually wearing his mask. And basically, Orochimaru did mention the masked man, or a masked figure in the Leaf Village, which is a problem to them, and he's going to they should do as much as damage to him, because he believes that even Kimimaru would have a hard time against Naruto, and Naruto may actually win with some luck on his side, especially with the team. He would definitely win against Kimimaru, and if the team is trained. But anywho, now of course Naruto took a lot of damage here, especially because Tayuya stabbed Naruto with 4 kunais right in the chest, and Naruto was losing a lot of blood. And then basically Naruto candle went off, and literally the rasengan her to death. But Naruto lost a lot of chakra from that fight, especially because he's losing a lot of blood, and he's and trying to stop the bleeding with his chakra, which was useless, because Naruto has read this in a book, but he doesn't know how to do it himself, because he's not trained in these kind of stuff. And yeah, now of course next was Kidomaru, and here Naruto actually wanted to finish Kidomaru before he took any more damage. But of course his team, Kando, was a liability here, because Kidomaru actually took hostage of Kiba's Akamaru, not Kiba's Akamaru, but he took hostage of Akamaru, which made it harder for Naruto. Naruto really didn't blame them, but he knew that he'd have to save Akamaru before he gets killed. And so Kidomaru was actually able to bait Naruto into him and basically drop Akamaru and just literally impale him with a arrow. And basically Naruto fell to the ground, and basically Kidomaru actually impaled Naruto again through the other side, basically through his spine. And yes, Naruto was losing a ton of blood, and basically here Shikamaru got pretty pissed, and so he killed Kidomaru on his own. But doing so, he lost a ton of chakra himself. But anyway, now of course they were able to beat him. Naruto takes out the two arrows, and this time he goes off without even trying to heal himself. But anywho, Sakura and Ukon were next, and here his team told Naruto to actually follow Saki because there's no time, and so Naruto actually goes off on his own, and yeah, they kill Sakura and Ukon, but they are pretty injured, but they keep going. They strive onwards to actually go help their team leader, and in the end, they were able to actually come and save Naruto, from Kimimaru, who actually had the advantage here, and yeah, now Naruto, of course, being injured and everything, he actually had no chance against Kimimaru, but he had enough chakra to actually keep fighting until his team and the three Sand siblings actually appeared to help them out, and in the end, Naruto and Team 7, well, not Team 7, his team won it, and yeah, Naruto actually went off on his own, caught up to Saki, and took off his mask, and Saki said, "Naruto, you're alive after all." And basically, Naruto says, "Saki, please return to the village. There's no need." And basically, Saki then says that I will kill Itachi for what he did to my parents and what he did to you. I know she kidnapped you. I know it. That's why I'm going to kill him. I'm going to take revenge. And of course, in the end, they still have that little fight. And yeah, Saki and Naruto gets obliterated here, but Naruto using the nine tails of chakra, he was able to put up a real good fight and actually come close to beating Saki, especially because he got healed fully. No, not fully, but his injuries got healed because his injuries were pretty severe. But of course, now Naruto, of course, after being healed, he put up an amazing fight against Saki, but in the end still lost just as per normal, because Saki actually used the Susanoo to stab Naruto through the chest and then Chidori him, but Naruto was able to protect himself by actually moving his rasengan his hand that had the rasengan in front of his chest, and he exploded. But anyway, of course, after this, they found Naruto's body, of course Naruto being fully healed and Saki leaving her headband actually left and yeah, and anywho, of course Naruto is told that he shall remain in the village, and Naruto says, "No, I'm going to go find Saki." And of course in the end, Jiraiya says, "How about you come with me? The 2-year training, we can even master the true power of the Rasengan together. You'll help me." And Naruto in the end accepts, and Tsunade is really happy to see that Naruto is actually, bonding with his godfather, because she actually knows who Jiraiya truly is to Naruto. And anywho, that's where I'm gonna end off. I hope you'll enjoy it. Please stay safe. This was the King of Weebs here, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Ratreet, Miniman123, and also follow Shokuro on Instagram, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And last but not least, you can go get some good quality anime merch from Beautiful Halo. And yeah, hope you'll enjoy it. Please stay safe. My darklings, you're dismissed, and peace.